old charcoals. Hopefully this works. We can define a midpoint here. But yeah, there's that dome area transitions, and that's also receiving the bulk of the lighting there. And there's a little fleshy part of the nose here, which literally on this reference almost meets up with the contour of the cheek. Creates some interesting lines, contours. So I want to try to be confident with my shading. I have a very interesting head shape. I mean, probably a lot of people think that, but I want to keep in mind like how the neck. I've got a big head. That's what it is. But I'm intelligent, so we'll just chalk it up to that, right? There is a line that goes down here. This is a anatomical feature you'll see on most people. This is this kind of like as you get older, it becomes more defined, but it's a line that flows down. There's also depending on the muscles, well, because of the muscles, I should say, there's that line as well, which is like the smiling line. That's a funny way to put it. Back here, there's a shadow, which is darker. The lighting is actually coming from above, but also kind of up, so it's casting this shadow along this line. And there's a rather large shadow. Can block my shadows in, and that one reaches its peak of darkness, I should say, and receives bounce light from the ceiling, so it starts to fade out up there. But it is all technically still in shadow from our main light source. Add a little more detail here. There's a shadow underneath here, and then generally there's the pupil. So tiny though, because it's just a sliver. Okay, so it's just looking down. So now I gotta be careful with that, because when I hit the edge of the line, it's gonna bump into my shadow a little bit. It's kind of aesthetically pleasing. I'm trying not to care which way my strokes are going, just because that seems to be the general direction I'm heading in with this, and I'm focused on other things that should be considered more important, like proportion. I'm gonna go ahead and block in the shadow here. Some wrinkles in the shirt to be for the sake of being descriptive. And again, that's mostly in shadow there, so go ahead and block that in. This is all in shadow behind the head, so go ahead and block that in, because it's actually confusing in the drawing until it is blocked in. And go ahead and put these highlights back into my beard there, right on the top of the beard, because the beard does have dimension to it. That this should be in highlight, but it's not. In fact, there's almost not even a definition in the photographic reference of where the nose ends. It's something more like that, which when I take out that edge, it looks more realistic. Go ahead and get that beard in there. I think it's overall looking pretty good. Make sure that hair is dark enough. And there's actually a slight highlight on the top of the hair. Not too bright, but there's a dark collar area right there. One good thing about having a messy drawing is I'm not as afraid to use texture. Kind of cool. There's a streak of a light that goes right here. It's like boom, boom. There's a core shadow right on the chest there. wedge out some of this highlights here. This is the 25th with 365. Done.